it is to howl at the fullness of the majestic moon. Oh! To flex his mind and his muscle in a display of sheer wolverine. It is dark outside in the woods. How I love the woods. Smell them! Ah, the earthy scent of root and bark and leaf, seeping beneath the crack in the door. And when I venture amongst the trees, beneath the canopy, darting between trunk and silver shining jagged moonbeam, oh, shadow, gliding, leaping from outcrop rocks, looking, searching, seeking, oh, the joy! She'll come, you know. I know you know, and I know you know who. Go on, show me how clever, how perceptive you are. Say it, her name, whisper it to the skies. Go on, it's on the tip of your tongue.
Little Red Riding Hood.
Yes, ah yes, yes. And me, who am I? Big bad wolf. Big, yes indeed, very big. But bad, I ask you. Demonized and why? For what crime other than I am a wolf? Prejudice, plain and simple. And you'll see soon that in this tale, it is I who am wicked and sentient, with no criticism of what others are intent on doing to me. I am what I am, just as nature intended. But enough of that. I have a nemesis, you know. Oh yes, big fellow with an axe, sharp as you can imagine. One blow, one calculated savage blow, and my head is lifted from my shoulders, and I am sadly no more. Darling, darling Red Riding. It's how she came about her name, you know. You didn't know, did you? Oh, they'll tell you lies, the folk who tell tales. But I'll let you in on the truth of it. My brother, a wolf, yes, a lovely lad, all gamble and frolic, lots to live for and be happy about, minding his own business, sunning himself on a huge boulder, when she appears out of the blue, wearing a cloak of white as pure as snow, whiter than the loveliest white of the most delicate snowdrop.
Hello, wolf,
she said, beguilingly.
Hello, little girl,
replied my brother, unsuspecting. Too late! From behind his head, the axe fell. Swoosh! Through the air. Oh, it was a mighty blow. Now, I could spare you the details, but how then would I explain the hood of red? Ah, I see, no need. My brother's head fell. To the ground. And the blood. The scarlet blood. Well, that hood of the loveliest white became the hood of the deepest red, scarlet red, as the most red of red, red roses. So there you have it. And to conclude, it wasn't very nice what they did. The little girl and a wood-cutting friend with an axe so sharp it cuts me to the quick just to think of it. With a pain that will never end. Until... Well, wait and see.
Riding Hood! Ah, there you are, darling. I have a little errand I want you to run for me. I want you to take these apples to Granny May.
Of course, Mother. I'll go immediately.
That's a good girl. And take care in the wood. There's talk among the villagers of another wolf on the prowl.
Well, the wolf doesn't bother me. I know how to deal with wolves, Mother.
Yes, of course you do. Silly of me to worry. Now off you go, and I'll see you at dinner time.
Hello.
Hello?
You're a wolf, aren't you?
Who, me?
Yes. You're a wolf. I know a wolf when I see one.
Do you? Well, there it is then. I'm outed, and you're a very intelligent child.
I expect your teeth are rather sharp.
Like razors.
Thought so. Show me. Her.
Thank you.
I have a set of them, you know.
A set of them? Of teeth like mine? I don't think so.
Not in my mouth, no. Here, in my bag. Let me show you. There. I made a little fine necklace. What do you think?
I'm speechless.
Yes, so you should be. Thoroughly. And if you know what's good for you, you'll be on your way.
Passive aggressive.
Excuse me?
No need to concern yourself with me. Places to go, people to see. Au revoir. For the present.
What are you? Did he have fur?
Yes.
And did you happen to notice his teeth?
Yeah.
And his eyes? What of his eyes?
Oh, big eyes.
Glass green.
Like emeralds.
Let me see. First, big sharp teeth and big, bright, glass green eyes like emeralds. Which would add up in any book to?
Big bad wolf.
Exactly. And you know what I want for my birthday, woodcutter?
It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
Soon, when the weather changes and it becomes cold and the snow is on the ground, that's a little clue. As to the present,
Oh, why not?
very bright. No, you're not. But I like you to spark that, woodcutter. You're a very decent and good-hearted kind of fellow, even if you can't see the wood for the trees. Let me have it. I want a fur coat. Now, where do you think you might get me one of those? Yes, exactly. Now come along, woodcutter. Granny May will be waiting. Here, you can make yourself useful by carrying the things.
I knew you all along. I knew the woodcutter was hiding behind the tree. I can smell his axe. They are a devious pair. I shall have to have my wits about it. Look at me. I'm as sleek as an alley cat, clever as they come. A phantom of the forest, a shadow on the run. Now you see me, now I'm gone, and you wonder if I was here all along. Yeah. Lord, I'll steal. Teeth so sharp. Underneath the moon is when I howl and when I croon. And you know that very soon the clouds will hide the moon and I'll be gone. My curse is immaculate, my eye unforgiving. Got a teeth for revenge, it's a dish that I relish. This on my lips, it's on my teeth. Claws, yours! Ha ha! Look at me. Be honest, did you ever see a specimen as fine as me? My ears are tuned like radar, I can hear from very far away. The batter on the forest floor, the knock upon the cottage door. Do I need to tell you any more? My coat is immaculate, my eye unforgiving. Got a taste for revenge, it's a dish that I relish. I can taste it on my lips, it's on my eyelids. Claws, yours!
Here we are, woodcutter. Granny May's delightful cottage. Hello, hello. Granny May's Little Red Riding Hood. Open the door.
No, go away!
I brought delicious apples, Granny May.
I hate apples! They're probably poisoned!
Nonsense.
You know what happened to that Snow White. Besides, I know what your mother wants. She wants me out of the way so she can steal my delightful cottage in the woods.
You're over-intellectualizing and very cynical.
Am I just? This is prime real estate. I'm sitting on a gold mine.
Damn, she's figured it out.
The cottage isn't worth that much.
Not the cottage, the gold mine underneath it.
There's a gold mine under Granny May's cottage!
Not so loud, woodcutter.
How do you
7 dwarves told me. They're miners, you know.
So, you really have one of them, Grandma? Oh, you mustn't Red Riding Hood. It's not very nice. Poison your grandmother, even if she's a little cruel, uncivil, and suspicious. And I couldn't possibly help you. I'm a wood. Cut a wood, but I better be where all it seems in the end. A trick of mine, you like this, and I'll bet everything that I care. Oh, I like the simple things in life. My children, my dog, and my cat, and my wife. Rainbows and rabbits, chestnuts and your mice. 'Cause they're nice. Don't you agree with me?
That's all very well and good, woodcutter, but a little less morality and not so loud. The woods have ears.
Oh, they do?
Not the woods themselves, not the trees, but other folk.
Oh, the birds and the bees.
Not exactly. Look, all I was trying to say, woodcutter, is we might be overheard.
Ah, got you. Mum's the word. Not a syllable about gold mine. Is that Granny May?
Who wants to know?
A friend.
I haven't got any friends.
I'm your friend, Granny May, and I'm here to do you a service.
Let me have a look at you.
No. Let me look at you. You're not Granny May. You're far too young. Ha. You are the young housekeeper, surely. Though you do have an air of refinement about you. Now call your mistress.
I assure you I am Granny May. I look after my skin, if you must know, and I stay out of the sun. Now, what service exactly can you do for me?
Well, if you are, as you say, Granny May, then I'm here to tell you that you have a gold mine beneath your cottage.
That's a secret! How did you find out?
Sadly, there are no secrets in the forest. It's the wind. It carries everything away. Leaves and seeds and secrets, and lets them fall carelessly wherever really. And before you know it, everyone knows it. And even more sad, once they know it, they begin to plot and plan as to how they might swindle you out of it. The gold mine, I mean.
Oh, dearie, I knew it. That daughter and granddaughter have it in for me, you know. They tried to poison me with an apple, you know. It's an old trick.
Yes, I believe it is. Now look here, Granny May. I have an idea that will put pay to their little scheme. And before you ask me, why would I help you? Let me tell you that I have a score to settle with that young lady.
You do? Tell me, I'm intrigued.
Perhaps later. First, the plan. It's simple, really. First, you write a letter to Red Riding Hood, telling her that you've changed your mind and that you like the basket of apples after all.
Yes?
Then, you lend me your nightgown and cap.
I what?
You lend me your nightgown and cap. I climb into your bed, pull the covers high up over my nose. You hide in the wardrobe. Then when she knocks, I tell her to come in. And when she's close enough, well, I eat her.
Good plan!
What do you think?
I'll tell you what I think. It's a terrible plan!
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why it's a terrible plan! Because that Red Riding Hood never goes anywhere by herself. She always has that dreadful woodcutter for company.
Ah, yes, the woodcutter I was getting to him. He'll hear Riding Hood's cries for help. Oh, I could stifle her, swallow her whole. But I think bit by bit is better. More pain. Anyway, details. Naturally, he'll rush to her aid. And when he does, you leap from the closet and do for him with a meat cleaver.
Oh, it's getting better. What about her mother? She'll be furious when she finds out she'll have the whole village onto us.
No, she won't. I shall smother her in her sleep. And it will seem that the shock of Riding Hood's demise was all too much for her heart to bear.
A very good plan. A very good plan indeed.
There's more.
There is.
Answer me this, Granny May. What use has a wolf for gold?
None whatsoever, I should think.
Precisely. So not only can you trust me, but you will have a wolf at your door to ward off anyone else who comes calling about the gold.
Perfect! Well, Wolf, you've certainly surprised a helpless little old granny.
I have. How so?
Well, you're much, much meaner than I could have anticipated.
It's funny. I was never mean before. Oh, I did what I had to survive, but I was never mean. I've always been an articulate, amenable, gregarious kind of fellow. I suppose that's what revenge will do to a person. I mean a wolf. I mean both. Now, it might have been perfect. The most perfect of crimes ever devised. Oh, I'm sorry, you're probably asking yourself and your neighbour, who is this striking-looking fellow and what has he to do with proceedings? Well, let me introduce myself. I am Wind. You know, wind! You'll have to use your imagination. Anyway, I was just blowing past, and I caught the gist of what the wolf and Granny May were plotting, and, oh dear me, it's a dreadfully heavy burden to carry about the place. I bluster, I blow and I breeze. I pick up the dust and I rustle the trees. Sometimes I am calm and the sea is quite flat. But if I get wild up, then hold on to your hat. I care about the land and I care about the sky. You can see my handiwork in the clouds floating by. I care for everything, as you can plainly see, but I'm careless when I drop things indiscriminately. Sometimes I pick up at what I shouldn't do, a seed or a brat or a secret motive. The seed, it falls down where it just will not grow, and the secret gets out amongst those who should not know. I can help you sail afloat, I can give green energy, but when I'm upset, I lose control, and I can cause tragedy. I care about the land, and I care about the sky. You can see my handiwork in the clouds floating by. I care for everything, as you can plainly see, but I'm careless when I drop things indiscriminately. Yes, I'm careless when I drop things indiscriminately.
we're going to kill Red Riding Hood, Red Riding Hood's mother, and the woodcutter. Oh, it was too heavy a secret to hold on to for too long.
You both brothers, come quickly.
What's all the racket? What is it, Sneaky?
There's trouble in the woods.
What trouble?
The big bad wolf is going to eat Red Riding Hood.
None of our affair. I think it is. Oh, here we go again. The last time we got involved in an affair that wasn't our own. Along comes Prince Charming. He's still Snow White from us. Just as we were getting used to it.
We can't just let the big bad wolf eat Little Red Riding Hood. She's so little and he's so big and bad.
Precisely why we keep to ourselves.
Oh dear me, I didn't mean to start another round.
Well, you did start another round.
Stupid child! I send you on the most basic of errands, and what do I get? Failure and excuses. Let me tell you, even that gormless evil queen convinced Snow White to eat the apple.
I'm sorry, Mother. So sorry I let you down.
Yes, you have let me down. Everyone lets me down, starting with your miserable father, who it seems you take up. And you! Could you not have helped her?
Oh, I'm just a simple woodcutter.
Yes. Simple says it all. I'm surrounded by simpletons. What is that you're holding?
It's a letter. The postman just delivered it.
Give it to me. A letter from Granny May. What is your that want, I wonder? Well. It appears you aren't such a dismal failure. Granny May has decided she wants the apples, and she's sorry she was rude to you. Her gout is playing up, poor thing. Right. You must return to the cottage tomorrow and make certain she bites into, let me see, this one. I'll polish it myself. And remember, once a loser is perhaps understandable. Twice is a very bad habit and unforgivable.
Yes, Mother.
Riding Hood,
Yes, Mother?
I don't need to tell you you've been lucky. Don't let me down again, or else!
What did you mean? Or else?
I don't exactly know, but it didn't sound good.
And another thing, I may be a simple man, but that doesn't make me stupid or mean. Ooh. Granny May was undeniably rude, but that doesn't make the right to, I don't know, poison her.
Don't, woodcutter. Don't say things like that if Mother overhears. Who knows what she would do to you? And I'm very fond of you. Although I think, deep in my heart, everything you say is true.
You sound like you need to be alone. I'll just go and cut some wood. Shall I?
Mommy says, cold, cold world, you have to be tough if you want to survive. She said, outside the door, it's danger in store. You have to be wicked if you want to stay alive. Bad deeds are better than being kind. Kindness is a foolish state of mind. And I find myself lost and alone. Mommy said that wolf will fight. Better strike first and turn out the light. Everyone will lie and cheat and steal. So get in first and seal the deal.
Someday, one day, maybe not so far
startle you.
Oh, hello, Wind. It's all right. You didn't. I just needed some time out to think. I'm a little confused.
Ah, yes. Think. Maybe I can help. Try me.
Well, on the one hand, I should do everything my mother tells me to, even if I think it's wrong. And on the other...
Oh dear. I thought that might be the trouble.
What do you mean?
Well, I've been around a long time, and I know people say I grow hot and cold, but I see things and I hear things, and I know a bit about life.
Go on.
Well, as with most things in life, there is a great deal of good and occasionally some bad in the world. The trouble is, the bad can be awfully difficult to explain. Take your mother, for example.
Yes, do. You think my mother is bad?
No, I don't, but I think she behaves badly, and that's different. It's an illness called bad parentitis. I mean, I've known your mother a long time, and I can honestly say, with all sincerity, that she used to be...
Used to be?
Sweet, and kind, and impressionable, and a little bit impetuous.
Is that a bad thing?
No, but it can get you into trouble.
And it got my mother into trouble.
Yes, I'm afraid it did. And because of that, she changed. That is, her behavior changed.
So you're saying I shouldn't do what my mother tells me to?
I'm saying that I think you are old enough and wise enough to know the difference between good and bad behavior. Trust your instincts, Riding Hood. You have a good heart, and a good heart will always win the day. Oh dear, look at those clouds, spoiling a perfectly wonderful day. I'm sorry, I can't have that. I have to blow them away. Good luck, Riding Hood. You'll work it out. I know you will. Shoo, cloud!
The wolf and Red Riding Hood. No, the wolf and Granny May are planning to kill Red Riding Hood. Steal the gold mine. The gold mine we discussed, making us morally responsible for what will happen to Granny May, correct?
Correct! Except Granny May isn't very nice, and I for one would altogether miss her if she was gone. Grumpy! It's the truth, isn't it?
It well may be the truth, but we are obligated to protect her. And to that end, I've sent for a very special guest.
To cook and sew and clean for us?
No, not to cook and sew and clean for us, but to help us nonetheless. Who is it?
Where is it coming?
Me again, and I have braved dangers you wouldn't believe me with you in your time of need. Oh, I have crossed snow-covered mountain peaks, braved raging rivers and sun-bleached deserts to be of assistance, because that's just the kind of guy I am.
I don't think so.
No? Well, which bit don't you believe?
Well,
actually, keep it to yourself. I'm here, and that's what matters. Now, what's the
The
buzz?
big bad wolf and Granny May are planning to kill Red Riding Hood and the woodcutter.
That's not good.
No, it's not, and we were rather hoping you would help Red Riding Hood.
A damsel in distress. It's right up my alley. Red Riding Hood, eh? And this wolf, how big and how bad?
Very big and very bad.
Very big and very bad. With sharp claws and razor-like teeth, I'm guessing.
Yes!
I thought so. Look here. I'm more of a lover than a fighter. Just ask Snow White. So if you don't mind, I think I'll pass.
What is much?
Now, see here, Charming, you can't just leave us in the lurch.
I can't.
No, you certainly cannot. You owe us.
I do.
Yes, you do. We found Snow White for you.
What do you think Snow White would think if we told you you were a coward?
Wash your mouth out with soap and water. Charming is no such thing. Charming is afraid of nothing. Well, almost nothing.
Then you help us out.
All right, I'll do it. Because... Charming, it's alarming. I'm so charming, disarming, that's me. I'm so one of a kind, commit me out of your mind. I'm stuck in your memory. Oh, there's knights in bright armor who go off to battle and rattle their sabers and swords. But I'm not one of those, I'd far rather pose with a rose between my teeth. That's how it goes, that's how it goes. I'm charming, it's alarming. I'm so charming and that is a fact. You can ask anyone, they'll say I shine like the sun, and it certainly isn't an act. Oh, there's people who talk, but they don't walk the walk. They bluster, they strut, and they boast. But I'm not one of those with a stuck-up nose. Raise your glass and join in a toast. Join in a toast to charming. It's alarming. I'm as charming can be. I'm the fun of the fair, and devil may care. There's no one as charming as me. There's no one as charming as me.
You now, woodcutter. Granny May's cottage.
You're certain?
Oh, far from it, but what choice have we got?
Who is it?
It's me, Little Red Riding Hood, Granny May.
Oh, darling child, do come in.
Here we go, woodcutter. You wait here. I can do this by myself. Oh, goodness, it's dark in here, Granny May.
Yes, well, I've had a bit of a chill, so I've taken to my bed with the curtains drawn. Come closer so that I can see you, my dear. That's it. I don't bite, you know.
Oh, Granny May, how big and bright your eyes are.
Oh, pleasure to see you with, my dear.
And Granny May, oh, what a big nose you have.
Well, if you come here to insult me, you
Oh, no. I brought the apples just as you asked. They're delicious. Here, try this one. Those very large, sharp-looking teeth.
Very well, then. An appetizer before the main meal.
Oh, wait!
Yes.
Oh, perhaps not that apple, Granny May.
Not this one. Well, it's the pick of the bunch. Why, if my eyes don't deceive me, it's been highly polished to perfection. Here we go.
No, you can't.
What?
I mean, you mustn't. You spoiled your dinner, you will. And it'll be all my fault for giving you the apple. I couldn't live with myself.
Ridiculous child. Why, anyone would think that the apple was poison. What a thought, to think that a sweet little talking like that?
Oh my, a sheep in wolf's clothing.
What?
You're a disgrace, a coward. All talk and no action.
You're full of the direst cruelty. The milk of kindness lies not in you. You say that I'm a coward? Well, here's what I say to you. A death that cannot change its spots, the zebra is all in stripes. A lion has a mane of fur, there's pelts of many types. Our look is what defines us all, it sets us each apart. The big bad wolf can't change his coat, but he can change his heart. Shall we?
Oh, you're very light on your feet.
More than I can say for you. Change his heart.
Why, you're not a wolf with a name. I'm more genuine wolf than you.
I am a wolf. Who dares do more is none.
Have you forgotten what he did to you? What she did to you and your brother? Why, if I'd sworn the way you did to avenge my brother, nothing in heaven or on earth could have stopped me.
I haven't
Perhaps
forgotten.
you've forgotten
I-
that all she sees in you is the means to a warm fur coat.
No! She couldn't give me the apple. That's the thing.
Foolish wolf!
Oh,
It wasn't you, it was me! Her grandmother that she couldn't bring herself to poison. She had no thought for you whatsoever.
perhaps.
Perhaps.
What if it wasn't the child, but the parent?
What?
What if Riding Hood is a product of her mother's wickedness? And her mother is a product of her mother's wickedness?
Nonsense! Nonsense! I should have known better than to get into bed with a wolf. Now get out of my cottage! Get out of this instant and don't ever come back! We're finished, do you understand?
Yes, Granny May. I think I'm beginning to understand very clearly.
Is it done? Yes, it's done. That's a good girl. And look at you. Well done, Red Riding Hood. I knew you had it in you. Now, we'll have to make arrangements for the funeral. We'll have to appear suitably bereft. Bereft, darling. Sad. Very sad. The will! Granny May's will. How neglectful of me. Quickly, you'll have to go back immediately and find it just in case she's left the gold mine to someone else. That's just the kind kind of thing she would do to spite me and you. She found me out, but what you gonna do about it? Who you gonna tell? What you gonna say and who's gonna care? There's nobody listening, nobody out there. The silence is deafening, it really says it all. You can fall on your face and there's no one there to help you to your feet. Don't look so sad, the world's gone mad. Or maybe it was mad all along. There's no one for me, there's no one for her. And I'll tell you a secret, make you sad and make you blue. There's no one out there, not a soul out there. There's no one out there for you. The silence is deafening, it really says it all. You can fall on your face and there's no one there to help you to your feet. Who's gonna care? There's no one out there. Boy, there must be someone who's so out there. There's no one out there for you.
I can't go back, Mother.
Of course you can go back. She never started to decompose just. She might be a little stiff, but that's nothing to upset you. It'll be like she's in a deep sleep, except there's no Prince Charming to spoil the party. Now, off you go. Turn that cottage inside out. And don't come back without the will!
Ha! I might have noticed. Boris and red spots. What are you two Bellatrons doing in this neck of the woods?
Bellatrons, Wilbur?
Unintentional clowns, for your information, from the Oxford Dictionary of Curious and Interesting Words.
Never read it, Wilbur.
No, I suspect not. Just answer the question.
Minding our own business is all, Wilbur. Nothing more sinister.
Minding your own business. Are you sure?
I'm sure. Are you sure, Rex?
Sure, I'm sure. You sure, Boris?
Indeed I am, Rex. Indeed I am. So we will say goodbye to you, Wilbur, and have a good day.
You know what they say about whistling, fellas?
No. What do they say about whistling, Wilbur?
That it hides a guilty conscience. Now, I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to count to 3. And if you don't tell me exactly what you're up to, then I'm going to become very upset. And you know what that means, cherry pie. 1, 2. You are aware of what comes after 2.
2.5, Wilbur.
3!
Oh, all right. Oh, we're gonna steal Granny Mae's golden chicken.
Golden chicken? Whatever makes you think Granny Mae has a golden chicken?
We let it slip.
Careless of the wind. He has a good deal to ask. And what exactly did the wind tell him?
Well, between me and Rex and you, Wilbur, Granny Mae is sitting on a gold mine.
Waiting for it to hatch.
Yes, the wind didn't really say that, did he? And you don't know what a gold mine is, do you?
Well, it's an egg, isn't it, Boris?
That's right, a golden egg. That's why she's sitting on it.
Waiting for it to hatch and then bingo! Golden chicken!
We used it out.
You teased it out, did you? I see, a golden chicken. You really are a pair, aren't you?
Thank you.
Look, I'm rather fond of you. I don't know why, and I'm a much-changed wolf since we last met.
Much changed, Wilbur?
I'm a philanthropic wolf, you might say.
Oh, big word, Wilbur.
It means generally kind and considerate. Generously.
I'm confused, Boris.
You confused it, Wilbur.
Alrighty then, plain speaking. There is no golden chicken, and there will be no golden egg.
Right.
But I don't expect you to believe me, so I have no option but to tell you that if either of you go anywhere near Granny Mae's cottage, I'll be forced to rip your heads off and stick them up your bottom.
I thought you were whatever.
Yes, positively bursting with it. That's why I'm going to give you this purse. In here, boys. time for 6 chickens. So, 7 heads up the bottom, or 6 chickens. What's it going to be?
All right. Time out, Wilbur. All right, we've come to a decision, Wilbur. We'll take the purse and pleasure doing business with you.
Pleasure's all mine, boys. Now on your way, and remember your manners.
Ah, you there, my good fellow. We've been looking for you.
Have you just? And what business have you with me?
Don't play the innocent with us. We know what you're up to.
Do you indeed? And what exactly am I up to, as you put it?
You're plotting to kill Red Riding Hood and Granny May.
And precisely how do you know that?
The wind told us.
The wind. Nothing's a secret for long these days, is it?
So you admit it then?
Yes, I admit there was a plan, but I've changed my mind.
A wolf doesn't change its spots.
That would be a leopard. A leopard cannot change its spots, but a wolf, well, a wolf most certainly can if it chooses, and I choose.
We don't believe you.
Get him, Charming.
And who is this delightful creature who cries stop?
It's Little Red Riding Hood.
Then I am very confused. For is it not on behalf of Little Red Riding Hood that we must chastise the big bad wolf?
Not on my behalf.
Curious and curious.
Well, I am very confused.
He was going to kill you. The wind told us. He was going to dress up in Granny May's nightgown and cap, hide in her bed and swallow you whole, while Granny May was going to take to the woodcutter with a meat cleaver.
She was!
Yeah.
And it was you in the bed. Yes. Your eyes. Your ears. Your nose.
Yes, and you couldn't give me the poisoned apple.
No, I couldn't. I thought I could, but I couldn't. It was something to do with instinct, I think.
Instant?
Yes, that's what the wind called it. Anyway, you didn't eat me. And you stopped Granny May from hurting the woodcutter.
Well, I couldn't hate you, and I suppose I saved the woodcutter.
Why?
Yes, why? Tell us, I'm intrigued.
You. I don't understand. The animal kingdom doesn't plot and plan murderous, unkind things against one another. Oh, we do what we must to survive. But there's absolutely never any malice or greed. No desire to own gold mines. Whatever use would the animal kingdom have for gold? None.
I killed your brother.
No, I did that.
I told you to.
Yes, the stain is still in your coat.
I tried to wash it out, but I couldn't. Mother said it was the right thing to do to kill your brother.
Well, perhaps she thought she was protecting you.
Perhaps. I wanted your fur for a winter coat.
I don't blame you. It's a fine, warm coat.
So, we're not killing a wolf today.
No, we're not. Not today, not tomorrow, and not next week. Not ever.
Let it go, there's a time and a place, a reason and a rhyme, right before your face. There comes a time and you know that you should let it go.
Come and seasons go, with the summer, fall and spring. It's time to think things over again. There's a time for everything. Dare to be wise.
There's room for
me. You've come yourself to do what that Red Riding Hood couldn't do. Doesn't surprise me one little bit you want me out of the way.
You abandoned me.
I tried to save you from a life of misery and the disgrace you brought on this family. I told you not to marry that useless husband of yours. I told you what would become of it. But would you listen? No, you would not. And so I disowned you, and I continue to disown you. You'll never have a penny from me, let alone my gold mine. Does she know? Riding Hood. Does she know about her precious father?
She only knows what I told her.
And what might that be?
That I got rid of him because he displeased me.
Not that he ruined your life? That as time went on he treated you cruelly? That he left you, abandoned with a child and penniless, and ran off with a strumpet?
No, not that.
I thought not. How have you instructed her in the ways of the world?
I taught herself to protect herself from others who will be wicked to her, to do unto others before they can do unto you.
Yes, well, at least there's some sense in it. So you've come about the will. Well, there's nothing in it for you and yours, not a farthing. When I make a promise, I keep it. And I promised when you chose to go your own way that you would starve for all I would care. And I don't care. Now get out. And please, don't send me any more apples.
Give me the will.
You'll have to kill me.
Well, I intend to do precisely that.
Stop!
You told me you poisoned her.
And a very good thing she did no such thing.
Who are you?
He's the big bad wolf. Or more accurately, the big softy wolf.
Okay. Now then, it seems to me that we are at a crossroads of some kind, and the path we take can lead to either happiness or disaster. I wonder which one we might all prefer.
Thinking?
Grumpy! Don't right. You think it's as easy as putting the past behind us, forgetting our differences, and presumably forgiving one another?
Well, yes, I couldn't have put it better myself. And to make the decision easier, Granny May, there's something important that everyone present should know.
Which is?
There is no gold mine.
What?
No gold mine, I'm afraid. Oh, there's a mine, but happily or sadly, no gold.
No gold.
Not so much as a tiny nugget.
How do you know?
The wind told me. He carried it to me from the surveyor's office and dropped it right into my lap. Right into my lap. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he did it on purpose. But the wind wouldn't do something like that on purpose, surely. Anyway, apparently there was a gold mine a long time ago. But it's being mined out, I think is the term used. Anyway, no gold. Just a big empty hole in the ground.
Now, how strange that such unwelcome news would bring everyone to their senses. And how ironic that such bad news should have such good consequences. For I will have you believe that if you venture deep into the forest these days, things are very different indeed. These days, Red Riding Hood, her mother and grandmother all live together in, let's call it, the enchanted cottage. Not very far from the home of the Hip-Hop Brothers, who often drop in for a cheerful afternoon tea of scones with cream and strawberry jam.
I'd rather be raspberry.
Grumpy!
The woodcutter cuts wood for the winter fire, and the wolf, the biggest and best wolf in all the forests in all the wide world, wraps Riding Hood in his warm coat to protect her from the winter chill. Oh, and one more thing. Riding Hood no longer carries the stain of scarlet on her cloak. These days, forgiveness has washed the cloak as white as snow, as white as the purest snowdrop on the forest floor. I used to think in my younger days I knew it all there was to know. But now I see there are better ways. Sometimes
twice. Nothing is that certain if you want to get it right. I'm a wolf who's willing to think things over to forget